What's up everyone, this is Vince with MarvelousMarketing.online here with another video today on how to batch content for yourself and for your clients specifically. If you're a social media manager, this is perfect for you because you know you can't be there every single day trying to type out a caption, trying to get a photo or video right, and just posting it. Because if you have a lot of clients, it gets really tiring because I've been there, you just feel burnt out. This is what I've done to help myself avoid that. If you're into those things, then keep on watching today's video. Before we hop into today's material, I want to make sure you already liked the video, you're already subscribed, and you already hit the bell notification so you're notified every single time I drop a video. Now let's get into it, my friends. Let's go. So batching content or content batching is the productivity technique where you set aside a time, a certain slotted amount of time, and during that time you just create as much content, visual content and captions, and get all of that stuff ready to be posted for later on. You take an hour to focus on one task, only do that one task so you could pump out a lot of it. For example, you do captions for an hour, and then you do photos and videos for an hour, and then you do the hashtags for an hour, and at the end of those 3 hours you have a bunch of all those things and you just put it together. It's kind of like when you're building a cake, a 3-layered cake. You got to do the bottom first, and the bottom one has to be strong, it has to be good. Then you do the middle part, right? And that could be a different flavor. So the bottom one could be the hashtags, the middle can be the caption, you know, and the very top is the visual, is the photo or the video. And then you stack them all together and you create one delicious item, right? Bam, right there, man. Basically, content batching is putting a lot of work into one task. So by the end of it, you have a lot of those things and you can push it all together and you end up being way more productive than you normally would. Content is just overwhelming. You don't know what to post, you don't know what to do. And a lot of the times I found it's because I was jumping from task to task to task. I would have a good photo or video, I would try to do the caption, then I would try to do the hashtag. When you really stay focused on one thing, it helps you make a lot of that one thing and helps you save time at the end. And we all want to save time because we don't want to be sitting there trying to pump out content every single day. Social media managers, you're with me here, right? You have to post content for your client. And then you're like posting it, you're setting everything up, then you post it. And then the next day you have to set it up and then you post it. So in order to not feel burnt out, you batch content. It will be the savior, okay? It will save you time, save you money, it'll save you headache. So many things that'll save you, and we all like to save things. So right now I'm going to show you how I batch content for my clients. A lot of my clients right now are dentists, so I'm going to show you just how I do that. So the first thing I do when it comes to thinking of what content to create for my clients is I think about what is their profession, what are they doing, and then I go to Google and I look up different questions about them. For example, these are dentists that I'm referring to. So a lot of them are, what are common questions that dentists get asked? What are common procedures that dentists do? As a customer or patient that's looking for a new dentist, those are questions you're going to ask. If I'm supposed to help them create content, I need to create content on the questions that they're already going to be asked. And when you put that on social media for someone, they can just find them and they can have those questions answered without having to go to the dentist specifically, without having to be like, hey dentist, how do you brush your teeth properly? Or what do you do if you have a dark tooth? Or what do you do when you want to straighten your teeth? Those questions are already answered. And the only reason I know that is because I looked it up, I did my research before. So one of the key steps here, the key things to do when it comes to batching content is to do a ton of research. Spend the time and learn about your client, learn about what they're doing, and really try to figure out what are the questions people are going to ask them. Because if you can already get ahead of the game and do that, more people are likely to be like, wow, this person already answered all my questions. I kind of know who they are already. So along with thinking about what are the topics going to be, I also think about how am I going to present this content. Is it going to be a photo? Is it going to be a video? Is it going to be an infographic? Is it going to just be like a small picture of somebody smiling? Like, what am I going to do here? So I try to get those lined up. I try to get all the topics lined up, as well as how am I going to make the content for them. Is it going to be audio? Is it going to be video? Is it just going to be a photo, infographic? What am I trying to do here? What I've learned that works best for dentists, it's a video, an infographic saying what are cavities, what is tooth decay, and then a personal photo or like a glamour photo. A glamour photo we call, like if someone else posted about their teeth, but they're smiling and they take a photo, we call that a glamour photo, as well as a review, because people want to know that other people approve of this dentist or approve of this business. Social proof, you know, we have to get that out there as well. So those are the 4 things that I focus on when it comes to dentistry. We have the topic, we have how we're going to present it, and then we also have the order or the schedule that we're trying to put it on. And to really get into schedules, I use something called Later, which is a marketing platform that I'm sure you've heard about. I've made a ton of videos about it in the past. I'm not sponsored or anything. I just feel like this tool is it's really something that you really need to get into, especially if you have a lot of clients. Because for myself, I know if I was sitting there every single day trying to post for every single client, like taking an hour or 2 hours, whatever, it really helps me to stay organized and helps me to get all of their content planned out. And what's cool about Later is that you can actually share the schedule with your client. They can approve it way before you even start posting content. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna hop into my computer and I'm gonna show you exactly how I do it. So I'm gonna show you through one of my dental clients. His name is Dr. Weston Spencer. I think I had him in a previous video, but I like using his stuff because I really feel like I already have his stuff organized. So as you can see, we've hopped into Later already. On the left side, I actually have all of the content I've already created for him. And this is old content, this is stuff that I've already posted. I've already posted, some of it I haven't, but most of it I have posted already. So there's videos, there's infographics, there's before and after photos, there's personal photos of people smiling. And this is all great content for a dentist. So what I do first is I come in here, and the cool thing about later is you have a best to time post, what is it called? Where you click off of Facebook and it'll highlight all of these sections. And these sections, based on your profile and your page, later has calculated when is the best time to post for your page. So that's when your users are more active. I think there's other things that go into it, but that's when they say it's the best time to post. So what I usually do is I'll keep that in mind. So let's say for Monday, September 6th, so in the future I have this, and I know the first video, I'm gonna create a note. I'm gonna create a note so I know that I'm gonna put a video there. So I'll put a video here, push it right there, and then I have a video set at 12 p.m. So I know when I'm actually gonna click the video from this area into the calendar where it's gonna be posted. It's supposed to be at 12 p.m. on Monday because that's the best time to post. So I'll do the video. The next one will be like what did I say? Like an infographic. So infographic can be like a fact. So like I said, what is a cavity? What is tooth decay? And then I'll do save. And then I'll put it right above 12 p.m. on Wednesday because I'm gonna put an infographic there. I like to call them white tiles for him as well. And then here, I'm gonna do a before and after or a personal photo. So let's just do before and after. You guys get the idea. Before and after, I'm going right here. This is gonna be at 11:30 a.m. because on this Thursday, apparently it's the best time to do it. And then the last one is gonna be a review. So the review is gonna go over here on this Friday. I guess the best time to post it is at 9 a.m. Starting at 9 a.m. It can be in between, it can be anything in between those times, but that's the best time to put it. So I'm gonna put it right there. Turn on the Facebook again. So now what I can do is I can click and drag anything. So if I want to put here this video, I just click it right here, put it at 12 p.m. and all I have to do is write the caption out and then add it in and then schedule the post and it'll be posted. The key with batching content is to stay organized. So I do my best to stay organized by adding in the notes in later, looking at the calendar, seeing what's going to be posted, because it helps me really understand, okay, I know if I look at this is gonna go up at 12 p.m. on Monday. So even my clients, they can see this because I told you earlier, they have access to these calendars. They're able to say, oh, he actually is putting in the work because I can see that he wants to post this content on this Monday. And if there's a caption or something they don't like, they can go ahead and edit it. They don't have to wait for me to be like, oh, I don't like this, so change it. They can actually go in themselves. And when it comes to a lot of dental clients and people you work with, you may not know exactly how to word it. And that's where you can tell them like, hey, jump in it later real quick and then can you change the wording for me? And then instead of them having to send you the text or send you the change in it and then you have to do it, they can really hop in and do it themselves. So they can be pretty self-sufficient as well. It helps to kind of like open up to show them that you're doing the work, and also for them, it makes it easier so they can change something without having to bother you. Like I said earlier, one of the key things that comes to batching content is to be prepared, be ready. So what I do when it comes to shooting at a client or going into the dental office and filming for them for the day, I always come prepared with a bunch of questions. So it's gonna be a segment of questions, like maybe 4 to 5 questions depending on how much time we have that day, and I get them answering each one. So for example, at my last shoot, I came with questions all about tooth decay, cavities, root canals, and tooth extractions. And I sent it to them ahead of time. I said, hey, these are the questions I wanna ask, just so they can somewhat prepare for it. And then what I do is I come in, I film them a little bit, their patients, and then I get about 15-20 minutes with them, and I start asking them questions. If a new patient sees them on social media, they're gonna wonder, okay, what is this person's take on tooth decay? What is this person's take on cavities? What do they do about it? So I have these questions where it's like 4 ways to better dental health, tooth decay. What is it? What causes it? How to avoid it? So what they can do is the dentist will answer all of those 3 questions, and then from that topic later on, what I'll do is I'll break up those comments, I'll break up the topics and post about it individually on social media. So like I said, it's tooth decay. What causes it? What is it and how to avoid it? I'll do a post about tooth decay. What causes tooth decay? Tooth decay, how to avoid it. So from that one piece of content, from me filming them once, I have so much more pieces of content that I can post about, so I never run out of things to post. So, and when it's simple like that, you really can go in and have all of these things lined up in a post, so it makes it easier. The flow is there. It goes from tooth decay to cavities to root canals, because that's usually the flow, right? If you don't You get tooth decay and you don't clean it well enough, it becomes a cavity. If you don't clean a cavity well enough and it doesn't get taken care of by a dentist, it can ruin your teeth, and then therefore you have to get a root canal. So you see how there's progression between each one. So when you're prepared and organized, you're able to complete these items and these thoughts that if someone comes across your page and they see one post, oh, tooth decay, what causes it? Oh man, what happens if I don't take care of my tooth decay? And then they look at the next post, oh, it becomes a cavity? What is this cavity? And then they learn, oh, okay, it's a cavity. Oh man, it could become a root canal, then I have to get like my tooth drilled out? I need to make an appointment right now. Then they'll go to that client's page because they're on it already. You understand how it kind of flows from one to the next to the next. And the same thing when it comes to content. When you're able to do those things and make it easier for a potential customer online to understand what they're doing, the client is more likely to get business. And if they get business from you doing their social media account, they're gonna trust what you're doing and keep giving you work and keep you there. And then they'll tell more people about you and create more business for yourself. It's one thing to batch content, but you also have to be really organized when it comes to putting all this content out there. As I'm filming, I'll go into my notes app on my phone. I know some Android users, you can use whatever app you have, but I'll check off on there, okay, we talked about tooth decay, just to make sure that it's in my notes, because I may not edit the videos right away. And so when I come back, maybe a few days later, a week later, I don't understand the order, but I know that these topics were filmed. So if I know they were filmed, I can go to my notes app and look at what topics we filmed and look for those topics inside my memory card. The way I create infographics is through Canva. I know I've talked about this before. It's a tool that I've showed you already, but this is something that I continue to use and I tell people to use because it makes making graphics so much easier. A lot of us aren't graphic designers and it's hard to think of, how am I going to create the content for it? How can I make it look clean? They have a bunch of examples that you can choose from, but I kind of made my own. So for this dentist specifically, Dr. Spencer, he did a lot of this simple text over his logo in previous posts, so I just copied that and I did the same thing. So this post right here is 4 tips to improve your dental hygiene. So if someone on Instagram is scrolling and they see 4 tips to improve your dental hygiene in big bold letters like this, and they intrigues them, they want to read more, and they'll go down to the caption and they'll actually read it. Scroll stopping photo that made them want to read the rest of the caption. So like I said, when I go to the dentist, I'll have topics prepared, we'll talk, I'll film all of that, and then from those topics, I'll create infographics like this. So it helps give me more content. And I'll usually spend about maybe 3 to 4 hours a week, depending on which client I'm working on, getting all of this set up for the next week, 2 weeks in advance. It just depends how long it takes me to edit the videos, because that's like the biggest portion. When you do this repeatedly and you have this organization and you have ideas that okay, this is gonna be posted here, this is gonna be posted here, it makes this so much easier for you. You don't have to worry about what's going up next, the topics I wanna talk about next, because you already have it all lined up. It's organized in the later calendar, it's organized in your notes app. You're able to use both things to reference. So if the client ever comes back to you like, hey, what's going to be posted in the next few weeks, you have an idea, oh, I'm going to post these topics, and you can send them right away. So just being organized, spending time to batch all of this content together can really save you a lot of time in the long run, save some headaches, like I said, save you money, save you, make your clients happy. There's so many benefits to this. So if you're a social media manager, if you're someone who does a lot of content, try this way out. You'll continue to create that content and put that stuff out there more, and people will love you for it, and you'll get more business from it. I know you will. So I hope this video was helpful to you. If it was, please make sure you hit the like. Please make sure you subscribe, leave a little comment, because I like comments, and hit the bell notification so you're notified every single time I drop a video. And if you're looking to grow on social media, hit me up, go in my DMs. I'm giving you permission to slide into my DMs because I'm here to help you, and if you need my help, I'm here for you. And most of all, don't forget, be marvelous.